Attention, attention! All citizens are ordered to report to their district detention centers. Do not return to your homes. Do not contact anyone. Do not use any cellular or GPS devices. Surrender all weapons at once. Attention! This way to the camps.
So Endgame has a new lead guitarist known as Chris Broderick. Now this guy is a classical guitarist. He also plays 7-string guitar, which I'm not a big fan of. In fact, I actually like his classical playing a lot better. But he's still an amazing guitarist and definitely brings a lot more technicality back to them. The lead sections on this album are very reminiscent of, say, Rust in Peace. But my problem with it is that some of the riffs just aren't that well developed or well thought out. Some of them are generic, but then have just amazing leads over top. So it came out in 2009. It still has Sean Drover and James Lomenzo. I like James, not Sean. Chris is amazing though. It's nice to have a great lead player like Marty Friedman again. Another thing we should definitely talk about. After United Abominations, there's so many themes about conspiracy theories. This title of the album is based on a book Alex Jones wrote called Endgame. So the first song, Dialectic Chaos, is a instrumental thing, kind of like Into the Lungs of Hell. In some areas I do like a little bit better than Into the Lungs of Hell, because Into the Lungs of Hell was just Dave Mustaine. This is Chris Broderick and Dave Mustaine, so it's like they're going back and forth. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice intro. This Day We Fight. Now, it's a great song, but I just don't like the way how abruptly it starts, and this album just sounds over-compressed to me. The system has failed, and United Abominations had amazing productions. They were too loud or over-compressed, and the guitar sound was like really unique to them as well. They sounded kind of 80s, but this period of Megadeth, their guitars and just every instrument just started to sound really, the guitar sound's not unique. It's kind of like the new age of stuff. It's a very thrashy song. The lyrics are pretty cool. It's very cool in other areas, but just for the first maybe 30 seconds, I'm not a big fan of the song, but the rest of it's pretty nice. The leads over top of it are great, and pretty much back into the days of Rust in Peace. And then 44 Minutes is a very amazing song. It sounds very 80s and unique. The lead parts are really cool, but like I said again, the rhythm parts just aren't that unique. The lyrics are cool, except for the part where he says between AK-47 and AR-15. Something about that line just sounds really dumb to me. But after a while, I really did get into the song. It's easily one of the best off the whole album, and a very great Megadeth song in general. I'd say maybe one of their best. 1320 is like 502 Part 2. It's another racing song. The main riff isn't that interesting to me. The intro riff is kind of cool though, but just the drumming is just so flat and empty. It's just not that interesting to me. You can misconceive as the heaviness and like the rhythm, the heavy rhythm could just be, you know, the two guitar players and the bass player. It's not necessarily Sean. He's not really doing that much to it, and he's just not that technical at all. But I will say the ending solo section between Chris and Dave is definitely amazing. They go back and forth kind of like Hangar 18. There's a lot of amazing solo playing on this album that just is mind-blowing. Now, Bite the Hand, I used to really like because of the song title, and I did like the riff, but a lot of people hate this song, and I kind of went back and realized the lyrics are really dumb. And when it's dog, you dog, you are what you need to be dinners and beer. Weird, really cheesy, cringeworthy lyrics. I always used to defend the song because I liked the riff. I realized that it's just that riff throughout the entire song, like maybe one uninteresting solo. I mean, every song is either good or great on this album. The next song is Bodies. I also used to not be a big fan of the song, but I've grown to really like it. The bridge and the chorus I really gotten into, but it's a nice song. I like the lyrics and the solo parts at the end, and the lead part's really cool. I remember there's like a really neat instrumental part that really seems like a throwback to the 80s. The next song, the title track, Conspiracy Theory Galore, really dumb lyrics, but the lead playing and some of the rhythm and song structure is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good song though, even though the lyrics are completely dumb. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like, hey, Sandy Hook, aliens, and the, 9/11. 9/11, 9/11. Now, the hardest part of Letting Go is a ballad to Dave Mustaine's wife, Pam. But when Dave writes a love song, it's always really badass. There's some cringeworthy parts in it. Now, believe it or not, I used to not be a big fan of this song because I always thought the title sounded stupid. That's Head Crusher. I really love this song now. It's very thrashy and cool. Even though the intro solo part sounds a lot like The Conjuring again. But I still think the song is very great. It's very technical. How the story ends. The riffs on this are so great, and the singing from Dave is very great. The chorus is amazing, the solo sections are great. It's incredible. It's up there with Lucretia, Five Magics, those kind of songs. And the Right to Go Insane, my gripe with this song is the main riff just sounds really weird. Kind of sounds like a slowed down Slayer riff, where the Slayer riffs are just kind of... The chorus is alright, but then the solo section at the end pretty much saves this song from being mediocre. It's probably my second least favorite song on the whole album.